You got your two antenna poles on the back, and you got your other antennas coming up for radios. Pretty cool, actually. Right there, the way he's viewing it is it's called a vision block. You got 3 separate views, and it's like little prisms that reflect on what you're seeing. Another thing is you never want to shoot from the side like that when you're moving in a tank. Your best option when you're firing is from the front. But right off the bat, when you see that right there, they just gave a quick op order of what's going on for the troops. That was like really spot on. You had a Blue 4 tractor. There had the enemy's opposition to their base, where you're going to start, or the SP point, where you're actually going. That was actually spot on. The way they're hitting the overlays and marking over on the map, it's actually what you would see when you're actually going to brief, and you write it on your map, and that's what you brief the platoon or, the company or whatever element size your mission is. So for that right there, that's already spot on with tactics. What I like was the follow-up on it when everybody's like negative top. So I guess first sergeant, top of the command, next to the company commander, which is the captain, he or she would be giving out that information, and they just went along with it. So that was really spot on, realistic right there, I would say. The equipment looks so real on this individual. The character, the way they have it, and you see how he's running up to the backside of the Abrams tank. It looks like he has a ILTV, or maybe a plate carrier. No, ILTV. The sidearms on the side right there. Doesn't look like ACA6, more of like the ballistic helmets you wear inside of a tank. CVC we call them. So it looks pretty cool. Looks real realistic too. I like the way it's looking, as in the graphics and details of the actual soldier. And then right here on the tank, the side of the tank, you see you got the back sprocket, you got the reactive armor on the left, you got your two antenna poles on the back, and you got your other antennas coming up for radios. Pretty cool, actually. Amazing. So that crosstalk right there, basically saying, hey, we're ready to roll out. We did another PCI check, I would say, in a sense, internal comms with his crew members, and there they are moving out. It looks like he's picking up a scan right now as they move out the convoy. It looks like they're convoying out with two what does it look like, MRAPs per se. So spot on with that. It's pretty good, actually. But right here, the driver, he's inside the Abrams right here. Right there, the way he's viewing it is it's called a vision block. You got 3 separate views, and it's like little prisms that reflect on what you're seeing. So you're not actually looking up, sitting outside the tank. It's like a periscope per se. So the periscope is, reflecting what's in. So you're actually sitting down, so you're protected. So if you take fire, it's not going to hit you in the face, where, some people may think, I'm going to fire that, it's going to take out, immobilize it. Some people may think if you hit there, it's going to immobilize the driver, but all it is periscope. So the driver's actually safe in the vehicle. And then you have a 180 view of what's going on left to right. And the vision blocks go around in a sense like this. So you're able to see what you're doing inside the driver's hole. Pretty realistic. In some cases, it depends on the mission objective. So if they're going to seize that building right there, and there's 4 buildings up ahead, if they're going to go seize that building and possibly set up in that building, that could be a thing. It all depends on the mission, on what's going on. For an example, a famous movie, American Sniper, they're driving out the tank. The infantrymen are walking side by side the tank, and it's just, the tank's there because it's show of force. If I see a tank, I'm not going to want to engage that. It's also a thing, a little morale booster, I would think, as well, for the troops on the side of it. Hey, we got 70 tons right in the middle of us, firepower, so we're good to go. Just all depends on the mission and what objective they're going to go seize, per se. Now, besides that right there, flagging the tanks to left and right and trying to shoot from the side like that, I would say that's a no-go. Never ever want to flag your battle buddy, especially with a 120 millimeter cannon. Just saying, if that thing goes off, boom, fratricide kill. Another thing is you never want to shoot from the side like that when you're moving in a tank. Your best option when you're firing is from the front. The reason why, that's where the thickest armor is at. When you're on the side getting fired at, you're leaving yourself exposed to the engines in the rear. Never want to take any shots to the rear or to the side. Also because, fuel cells are on the side. So if you get hit in that fuel, it's an explosion waiting to happen. That right there, I would not recommend to do.
Yeah, point blank on our left flank.
Enemy movements, so enemy troops, see how you identify that? That's realistic. You're looking for the enemy. You're trying to get it locked on and fire on. That's real good. You want to have crosstalk. If there's no crosstalk, you don't know where the enemy's at. So if someone in the platoon, say the 3rd tank sees it, first tank is in that sector of fire, and the first tank didn't see it, first tank can laze and blaze, we call it. Then the 3rd tank can follow up with a report of, hey, he's still firing from the ridge, per se, call that up. Just depends on who's doing what in each section in the tank platoon.
This is Rhino 1. You need to tell your guys to get out of our overpressure area. We're trying to fire up on the ridge line.
So he's trying to fire on a target. He did say that, hey, you have guys in the area. He's calling up the higher headquarters of whoever is in charge. Let us know these guys need to get out the way. We have enemy PC or tank.
Auto cannon. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up on the other side of the road.
So in this case right now, with them engaging that vehicle, I'm not too sure. I can't really see too close in on what it is. Maybe a PC or another tank, or he said auto cannon. Maybe a PC or carrier of some sort. It's good to have crosstalk of what's going on. The gunner and TC would be in communication. The TC would also be calling stuff up to the other people in the platoon, letting them know, hey, what do we see? It's going to be a whole lot of crosstalk. And the gunner, as he's shooting, would be identifying, hey, miss, target hit, he's going to be doing that. And with that being said, other people in the platoon may even have the opportunity to, hey, fire on that target, So a lot of crosstalk. I like that. That's good right there. The more crosstalk, the better. You get trained up on that. So, listen to the crosstalk. That way, you don't kill somebody on accident and you actually, take out the enemy.
Infantry coming in from 261.
See that? Nice crosstalk, acknowledging what's going on around them. So right there, they already, found out where their objectives is. He said we have the initial compound. Then, as you can hear it again, there's lots of crosstalk, which is good. Saying, hey, we have troops moving up this way. We're going to go this side of the road. That's really, really good. That's realistic. You need to always, like I said, you need to always be communicating internally and externally. So therefore, everyone's on the same page and the mission is completed. Everyone sees the same objective without any issues. Okay, so we have the TC up the top. Okay, rocking the 50 cal.
And if we can get some dismounts over here, I don't want anyone popping an RPG into my flank.
Right there, mentioned does not want to have an RPG in the flank. So right there, he had mentioned that the back of the tank is the weakest part of the armor, or essentially one of them. He said he does not want to take an RPG. That's real realistic. That's why he's calling up for extra support. Spot on with that.
Get on 3-0.
So right there, when he just said get on freak 3-0, that's a common thing that can happen. Your comms can come in and out. Loader's job to fix that, and the loader will fix what's going on. So it's quick. You're always moving. You're always working. The crew is always working internally and externally. They got a dead guy right there. They got a medevac him out. Right? They dismounted out, looks like. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a medic, nearby, self-care. That would be something if, you got injured, you don't have someone nearby, self-aid. If somebody else can't do it. And then, after you're done self-aiding yourself, help your battle buddy to your left and your right. You got to do a drill like that on a tank. And they made it pretty much that just the loader and the driver were alive and the TC and the gunner got knocked out. So we literally had to pull the gunner out of his the tank turret, put him on the front slope, render aid, not like a wedge, but the crowd around us. And then our job was to get those two individuals out of the tank and render aid. Man, I can tell you it was tough. Yeah, he's taking pressure. Yeah, that barrel, you got to do it in bursts. Yeah, that full auto gun, you can't just shoot rounds continuously through. It needs to cool off. So when a tank catches on fire like that, yeah, they actually do that. So depending on how the tank was damaged, the gun tube could either droop, it could pop up, the turret could actually pop off. Just all depends. I personally have not seen one person catch on fire like that. I've seen pictures and videos though, but yeah, tanks do catch on fire just like that, and it's like a fireball and engulfs the crew. So that's the dangerous thing about tanks. That's why our equipment that we actually wear, our Nomex gloves, our balaclava hood, everything's fire resistant, retardant. So that way that if we're wearing a regular OCP uniform, it won't stick. That's why we use the fire retardant gear. So that way nothing sticks to our skin. And in case, like I said, it inflames the whole turret like that. So I think it's just ammunition and fuel in there.
Say again, you saw someone crawling?
See, that's always dangerous in city. You never know where someone's going to be at. People could be hiding all around, hiding in bushes, hiding around old vehicles. All it takes is an RPG or even a sniper or somebody to come out and shoot, someone that's popped out of the turret or even disable the tank. That's a little too close for firing. I mean, it's a video game, so. But real life, no, I would not be shooting that close. I wouldn't even want to be that close to another tank. It's actually bad. Negative, you want to shoot the side and you want to shoot the rear. Where that diesel motor's at in the T90. Arma 3 is really realistic, I would say. The actual way that the troops move, the way the communication was, it was spot on. I like that communication a lot. That helps people not, become killed. Then they seize the objective. I really like that. I feel like the graphics were really, really good to show that, the realistic of how our gear really looks when I, got a close-up of the individuals and how they had their sidearm, they had their M4, then they had like the PEC-15 on there. It was pretty cool. So I really did like that. Good game. Amazing game. Fun to watch and also, fun to commentate on. Check out Gamology on Facebook and on their YouTube channel. That being said, if you want to hear more from me, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at mr.cali_400. Until then, see you guys next time.